I dreamt of a movie last night.
Oh boy.
I dreamt of a Spielberg movie from the 70s that I had never seen before. It was his take on the Apu trilogy. He decided to make his own one in the 70s, except for the fact that it takes place like during the British Raj period when the British are in charge. And so it's kind of going back and forth between what the British are doing and not noticing how everything's falling apart in the background and this person's life. And I'm watching the movie and I'm like, I'm not following this at all, but it's beautiful. And my mom's saying the same thing about it too. And there's 6 different people who play the main character. And there's always people in the background who just like have hung themselves and the British didn't even notice. And I was just astounded that I had never heard of this Spielberg movie before.
Write up a treatment, send it to Spielberg's people. You're gonna take it. You're gonna take it off. This gonna be a regular thing. Taking off the jacket.
I'm getting hot.
Taking off the jacket. He's unbuttoning the button. Yeah.
There you go. Look at me.
All right.
Look at me.
Look at me.
Look at me. Look at me.
Rolling up the sleeves
Rolling
and
up
everything.
the
You're like a regular Matt Sloan here.
Uh-huh.
I should roll these down and put on your jacket. Postcards. This is from the Gothic Room, which is Caves. Eric. Here's to my favorite parasocial friends. Thanks for making this COVID craziness bearable.
You know, if I were going to a place called the Gothic Room, I'd want it to be a bar. But no, it's just a natural wonder.
This is from Sean over there in Canada. Here's Angelica Houston on Malibu Beach in 1983.
Oh.
Have any of the Houstons appeared in the basement yet? Yes, we watched Beat the Devil, which is a John Huston film.
Yes, that's true.
Aaron in Hell's Kitchen. Pam and I made it up to Nantucket for our first vacation since the lockdown. First thing on the agenda, a pilgrimage to Mitchell's Book Corner and to the Nantucket Book Works.
Man, Nantucket Bookworks. I wonder if they still have my postcard.
And this is from T.A. Epley. All the super fans are coming out today. This is from the Hell's Kitchen print shop. Have any of you listened to Theme Time Radio Hour? Once only for paid subscribers, now in the province of YouTube listeners, it's heartily recommended. Bob Dylan could not have been more wooden in Masked and Anonymous. Yes, you're right. But as a DJ, working in the script, he's fluid and very charismatic. Something about the camera throws him off. Your pal, T.A. Epley.
I did not know those are on YouTube. I will check those out.
I listened to a couple episodes of it back when it first came out. A friend of mine got me some bootleg copies of it, and I love the concept and I like the music that he picks. I'm not crazy about Bob Dylan's DJ patter. He's doing this real cool hip cat thing, which you'd expect. Mm-hmm. But it just kind of gets on my nerves. However, those were like the first episodes that he did. He might have really settled into it. So I'm going to check those out on YouTube.
ThouTube.
ThouTube, yeah, that's where Romeo goes. So envelopes to open here.
Envelopes. This is from Kevin, Christian, and Keith in Daly City, California.
This is from I don't know who, and it is a very difficult envelope to open.
Daly City. Every day it's a city.
This is a cool card. Endless thanks. There's a bottle there.
Oh.
It's like a raised, it's like a textured kind of thing going on. A little bit of scratchola in there. And this is from Dan in D.C. Matt, Tona, and Craig. No need to share this on the show. I will now read the rest silently. Thank you for the note, Dan, and for the support.
It has a few scenes on this postcard of Alcatraz.
I think Keith asked about Batman and Robin already, and I think it's on the list.
Hope you all have had a wonderful year so far. Since 2015, me and my brothers have done a sort of Welcome to the Basement inspired series for October, aka Spooky Month. We wanted to share our list with you in hopes to hear your thoughts on our picks and maybe hear any recommendations you might have for our future picks. We call it Halloween Havoc, and we all chose a scary movie to watch for each week of October. Thank you so much for creating the show and providing me and my brothers with something to bond over. We are forever grateful. And then there's a whole bunch of movies here.
Why don't you give me like 3 titles?
The Babadook.
Yeah.
Halloween 2018.
Okay.
Poltergeist.
Classics. When you go to our website, welcometothebasementshow.com, it's a fun place to go, and there's all kinds of little things to click on, like PayPal donation buttons, where you can make a rolling or one-time donation to support this show. I will now read the names of our rolling monthly donors. Reed, Jed, Guy, Jeff, Anthony, Stephen, B.A., Mikey D, Brett, Peter, Stephanie, Kai, Mike, Kempson, Gail, Benjamin, Bernard, J.P., Thomas, Alfred, Dave, David, Shelby, RPC Services, and Katrine. We'll have more donors later in the show.
So you guys ask us questions, and we answer the questions. Luke C. asks, first off, house on Haunted Hill. This isn't the house in the building. Okay. What was the first film that scared you? It might have been Escape to Witch Mountain. A Disney live-action film from the 70s about these two alien kids who have to get back to Witch Mountain so they can be picked up by their alien buddies. It's basically Close Encounters and E.T. mixed. It's not a great movie, and what scared me were our two heroes, the little kids, because they could control things with their minds, and the boy had a harmonica that he could play and things would move around.
Langley M. Neely. What is a film opinion that instantly tells you all you need to know about a person, either negative or positive? Some for me are, the Transformers films are all great if you just turn your brain off, or black and white film is boring. Yes, Langley, those are two statements that annoy me as well. I try not to judge people based on the dumb things they say.
And yet they keep saying them.
Yeah. I guess the thing that annoys me is people who say, boy, the movies ain't what they used to be. Back in the old days, movies were special, and now they're not. Mm-hmm. There's a grain of truth to that. I mean, there's certainly a charm and a bygone quality that is no longer in movies just simply because of the passage of time. Yeah. This is inevitable.
And the movies right now aren't what they were in the 90s, which weren't movies in the 80s, which weren't movies in the 70s.
Precisely. When you say there aren't any great movies anymore, I think that Parasite and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood and 1917 are three of the best movies ever made. I would say Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is as good as Casablanca. It's just Fogey-ism, which, as a person who's moving through middle age, I try to resist as much as I can.
I have lots of things that could answer that question. One is calling a movie or any art form derivative, because all art is derivative of whatever came before. When I first heard the White Stripes, I thought, oh, this guy sounds like Frank Black doing Led Zeppelin. But he's still Jack White. It didn't make it less to me. It brought me in, and so that I could explore what the White Stripes are.
'Twas back in the early 70s,
when Nixon was still the presidencies.
Oh, what a hussy. She's almost showing the tops of her shoes.
Yes.
And elope with Gypsy Davy.
She's tired. Tired of playing the game.
And you haven't been shilling very good lately either.
Plus, you let Ricky's wife in to sing during the big show.
Gonzales, Javi.
Flores muertos.
Think you could find any use for this?
Oh, Frenchie, I haven't had a bottle of perfume since I went to El Paso 2 years ago.
Now I can stop bathing.
Somebody get me something to drink.
Some of that perfume. I think that might be tasty.
Come on, boys, let's have a little music. Let's have some fun.
Come on, Alter, groan a song for us.
A young man is full of adventure and eager to do what he can.
An old man, he wears dentures.
Would you like a drink?
I'll have a kettle Cosmo.
You're as smooth on the ground as you're on the deck of a horse.
Only when somebody irons me out.
When you come to a fenced range, do you always try to climb over?
Sorry, these metaphors are starting to confuse me.
Got 2 slaps, only 1 kiss.
I like it that way. I like to get smacked around. One of my Vern quirks.
Know what I mean, Vern? You can just drop that in anywhere.
Well, let's do the second list of donors. Take it away.
A second list of donors. You thought we were done with you? We're not. Beth, Melanie, Grant, Greg, Adam, thank you. Emily, Mitchell, Ralph, Caitlin, Ella, thank you. Jared, Ghost Tea Labs. That's Ghost space Tea, the drink, Labs. Laboratory, not dogs, I'm assuming. Ryan, Marissa, Stefan, Kieran, Catherine, Lindsay, Chris, and Laura. Grazie.
You're really putting a lot of stank on this list of donors. We've got 2 packages to open this week, and let's get into it.
This is from Michael in Birmingham, Alabama.
This is from Cato in Tacoma, Washington.
Did he send us something before, or do we have 2 medieval friends?
No, the person who sent the sealing wax last time was from England, I believe.
Oh, well, this guy's from the other Birmingham in the American South. Dear Matt and Craig, greetings from Birmingham, Alabama. I have been a fan of Welcome to the Basement for a few years. It has quickly become my #1 favorite show on YouTube. I love your open-minded and literate approach to film criticism on the internet and hope to emulate that spirit in how I consume all art. Thank you. That means a lot. My family and I would marathon episodes back to back, and my dad and I love beer and board games. We really appreciate having something to look forward to during quarantine. For Matt, a vinyl record from a local bluegrass group called 3 on a String.
Oh, 3 on a String. Look at that. This looks like it's not new.
No. And if you look at the picture on the back cover, you'll see that there's actually 4.
Roll Muddy River. Blow Up Your TV. This has got to be from the early 70s.
Yes, we're blowing up computers now.
The Night They Drove Old Dixie Down.
Oh.
I'm interested to hear that. I got no bluegrass.
You do?
In my collection.
Really?
No bluegrass.
Yeah.
No Flat or Scruggs.
Mm-hmm. And for Craig, a postcard from our historic Alabama theater.
Yeah, that looks cool.
PPS. Guess who impulse bought a wax sealing kit?
I bet it was Michael.
Bet it was.
Cato has sent us a pile of postcards from Prescott, Arizona. Here is one about Prescott, Arizona. This is Watson Lake in Prescott, Arizona.
They have lakes?
And of course, Thumb Butte, Prescott, Arizona. Matt, about 15 years ago, I was visiting my uncle, and he showed me a video called Chad Vader Day Shift Manager. 15 years later, I'm still watching. My uncle died on September 22nd at the age of 54. In his memory, I thought I'd send a little gift. Thank you for all that you do. Oh! This is going to go along well with the 3 on a String record. It's Coulter Wall, Western Swing, and Waltzes, and other punchy songs.
Oh, look at
Check that out. I don't know who this dude is. He's got a great big beard. You can see that.
Oh, I've seen bigger.
Coulter Wall, I Ride an Old Paint. Leaving Cheyenne, Big Iron. These are like really classic Old West songs.
We did it.
We did it. We had a good time. We're still having a good time. It's not over.
Yeah.
It's not over yet.
No, can't be over yet, man.
And we will cut to credits.
This